It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I am up today for Spiegelmom Scraps. And I am using this beautiful piece of paper from Color Fresh, and I am taking inspiration from my photos. So you can kind of see in that photo on top of all that candy, there's these rows of probably gumballs. And it totally reminded me of this paper. And I was like, I am going to try and recreate that with sequins. So what I have done is I have taken a piece of packaging, and I think it was from like a chipboard sheet, and I have taken it to my sewing machine and I sewed on the lines. Then I just stuck the sequins in the top. So from left to right, let me tell you what the sequin mixes are. I used Happy Vibes, Hazy Summer, Belle's Ball, Aqua Punch, On Pointe, Carnival Ride, Vintage Dowry, Peaches and Butterflies, and Firecrackers. So I love how this turned out. Now, I do have a little bit of a tip because I had never done this before. And originally I had put it on there as the 2 layers instead of just one. So what I did was I actually cut the top layer off of all but the first 2. I was able to cut it off, and you can kind of see that they look a little bit better. You don't see quite as much of the packaging, so I apologize if there's a little glare on that packaging. In person, this is so cool, and I just like to touch it and shake them. They're like shaker pockets. They're just super fun. So these pictures are from our cruise, and they had a candy store on the cruise ship. Like, you couldn't make my kids' day anymore. And the name of the place was A Cherry on Top, and it just reminded me of that little scrapbook store. So super fun. I meant to take a picture and post it on Instagram and tag them, but I was a little distracted. Too busy helping my daughter pick out all of this yummy candy, including like the most ginormous gummy bear, which she absolutely loved. So we took her and her little friend down, and they got to pick out some candy. So I just put the pictures on an angle. I added a pink piece of cardstock from my stash. It's one from Joann's, and put it on the bottom, and then saved the rest of that paper for another layout. And then I took a ton of the chipboard pieces because there's a cupcake, there's some cotton candy, and I thought those are perfect. They're great colors to go on this. And then I grabbed a white frame and that ephemera piece that says Love Your Life with 2 L's for love and 2 L's for life with the llama. And I was like, sure, llama in a candy store. Why not? Like, he's cute and my daughter's cute. So let's just go with it. So it was a super fun layout to do. And amazingly, like, that looks like a ton of sequins up there at the top, but it wasn't. I still have so many sequins left. So I used all those sequins, and you get that awesome effect, and I still have tons to play with. So feel free to try this technique out. And if you try this, please tag me because I would love to see what you do. So I'm going to add 3 photo corners only because the 4th photo or the corner is hidden. And these photo corners are from Heidi Swap, and they're pretty fun. Like, I remember back in the day when, like, that's kind of how you attached your pictures. I pretty sure that my grandma has some photo albums, and that's how the pictures are placed in there. So I think it's kind of fun that some of those trends come back, kind of like fashion trends, which is crazy because my son started high school and they totally look like I did in high school. It's kind of crazy to go to high school nowadays. I am going to add that ephemera piece. I think it's from Glitter Girl, and it's a popsicle. But I do hide the stick, and that is where I am going to put my journaling. There's not a ton of journaling needed on this, but I have actually journaled, which is a huge bonus for me. So when I scrapbook, yeah, I couldn't cover up the llama completely. That just looked funny that only the llama's butt was going to be hanging out. That wasn't going to work. Probably if the llama was faced the other direction, I may have covered up half his body, but he wasn't. So he just had to be completely shown. That's all. So I'm a little indecisive initially. I'm not necessarily a stick and plunk, but I'm pretty close. I don't tend to hem and haw about things too much. But I do like to kind of pull out the majority of the things that I might use on a layout. And if they have a sticky back, I don't like to take it off because then it's just a waste of my adhesive, I feel like. And I like the layers and the dimension of the chipboard, so I don't need to lessen that. But I do love to put them on wax paper. I love to put them on wax paper so that I can kind of move them around, and I will take pretty much anything and everything that I might use and put it on wax paper and then cut it out. So you can see like those lips over there won't make it. That little girl doesn't make it, but I thought maybe. And so I pull them out, and then I will either just stick them in a little bowl with the rest of my ephemera on the wax paper, or I will actually put it back on the chipboard sheet. So this is pretty much how my layout is going to look. I am just adding some tiny word stickers. I'm going to add 3 of them. One says love you, one says dream big, and one says magical moments. And then I am going to add just one more sticker that says hooray. So I guess there's not like, maybe there's lots of titles this could have, but what I am focusing on is going to be the one down at the bottom that is that acetate piece, and it says treat yourself, which is kind of funny, but that's what I'm going with, even though the XOXO is quite prominent. I really wanted the treat yourself because I thought it was funny. So that is my layout. Here are a couple of close-ups. I hope the glare is not too bad. I tried a couple of different lighting to see what kind of works, but it's beautiful in person. So I hope you try it, and I hope you head over to the shop and use my code Crystal15 to save 15%. So remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye!